What's going on, gamers? So we have a full update here by L that I've been waiting on, where we could get the PS5 and the PS5 Pro compared to the Series X and PC. And I would say it'd be more like the PS5 Pro compared to the PC, though you want to see it compared to PS5 and Series X as well. And then, of course, our usual headline, historically, PS5 versus Series X. And they both have some advantages in different areas. We're going to notice that. We're going to go ahead and read this right here so we can get the highlights out the way. So starting off, it has two display modes on the base consoles. The Pro has a single display mode. The difference between the display modes is mainly in the frames, so which remains stable in performance mode and in lighting quality with better global lighting, shadows, and reflections in quality resolution mode. Series X displays significantly lower shadows compared to PlayStation 5. In fact, in some cases, the character does not cast a shadow. On the other hand, the PlayStation 5, it falls short of global illumination and ambient occlusion compared to the Series X in performance mode. Performance on the Xbox Series X is inferior to PlayStation 5 in resolution and quality mode with a more unstable frame rate. And you wonder, right? Well, guys, I tell you what, there's also a difference between operating systems. People never talked about this. Remember, Sony has Linux, and they have a different setup. The PS5 Pro shows better image quality thanks to PSSR when compared to the base consoles. However, PC DLSS still has the advantage in this area. Now, what's more interesting about this is what's going to happen when PSSR 2 drops. So that's when things are going to be interesting. As for PC, we find a fairly well-optimized version, so you're not getting screwed over, which is kind of ahead of the Pro. Here we go. I got it in 4K. Let me know what you guys think. Let's lower some of that because that can get a little bit loud. Okay. Yeah, that's more crisp. All right, so guys, if we look right here, PC is native 4K. PlayStation 5 Pro is upscaled 4K, 60 frames per second from common 1080p. PS5 and Series X are upscaled for 60 frames per second from common 1080p. But I see a downgrade in image quality on the base consoles compared to the Pro. We need to get to a better lighting spot too. I don't know why you wouldn't do quality for getting 60, guys. All right, shadows, here we go. PC looks really crisp. There's no shadow on Xbox. What the hell? That's weird, guys. PlayStation cast a shadow. Yeah, we see a downgrade there, and then the Pro should solidify that. I mean, yeah, it looks better, but PC one is superior, obviously. And this is before launch. I don't understand why Xbox has no shadow. What the hell, guys? Yeah, like if you look at the Xbox on shadow, like look at that right there on Xbox. That looks crappy. Something is going on with that. And when you look at everything else, it gives you an actual shape here. You see that? Those shadows? They actually have a shape of that card. On Xbox, you don't get that. What the hell's going on with that? All right, here goes global illumination. Yeah, that right there went down for sure. Okay, I see what they mean by that. Yeah, that looks a lot better on the Pro. They look identical, except the Pro and PC look better. Okay, so what the interesting thing about here is on the PS5, you're getting some type of visual here, as of like there is a global illumination aspect not happening. That's what he said down in the comments. I see that. Whereas like on the Series S or X and PC and PS5 Pro, you're not seeing that. Interesting. You can tell, guys, by looking here and right there to the quality of how it reflects. You see what I mean? All right, reflections. Yeah, that's a drop down from PC, but that makes sense. There's pretty much a nerf right there. Okay, so in performance mode, they dumb down reflections. Yeah, the Pro and PC for sure. It's not anything major though. Okay, I see that. Where PC has that line across. Right there. All right, frames per second. Xbox is dropping down to 51. Pro is holding 60. As it should. PlayStation is dropping down there. The Pro is holding at a higher resolution with PSSR, obviously. Yeah, Xbox is dropping down more than the PlayStation. I see what he means. It's down to 50 while PlayStation was locking at 60 there. Pro is not moving at all. PlayStation 5 is holding 60. Xbox is under 40 now. Yeah, we saw a slight little dip there on PlayStation. Another one. Okay, they have different scenes. That's okay though. And this is pretty much PC, I believe. Yeah. This is DLSS 4.5, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we don't want that getting in the way. Okay, very good shadows on PC. Yeah, that's pretty damn blurry on Xbox. These shadows suck. What the hell? I think Switch could beat that. Or match that in some sort of way. I don't remember looking at them. Oh, dear God. Yeah, what's going on with that? Performance mode looks better than quality on Xbox. Yeah, obviously the Pro is number 2 after PC. Xbox shadows are just dog crap. What is going on with that? So we're back at resolution, looking really crisp on PC. Still looks good there, because this is just a really good engine. Yeah, we see the downgrade there. Yeah, PlayStation 5 looks a little bit better. Same thing in performance mode is holding up better than the Xbox One. I see what they mean by that. Then the Pro should just solidify all of that. Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, it is true. If you look at the Xbox, the number 6 here, and the N, and the babble, I mean, it is blurry compared to PlayStation 5. And Pro, like, you could see it. It's blurred, and PC's super clear. Yeah, it has the worst resolution. Yep. All you gotta do is look at the N6, guys. All right, we're back to lighting. I would have preferred an area that has more light in it, honestly. I mean, this is one of these areas where it's like, it's whatever. Too much, like, dark here. I would have rather seen a better spot. I mean, sure, I can notice that lighting. But I don't know. You can barely tell. Okay, hair quality. Obviously, PC looks superior. Yeah. I went down. Looks less strawy. And then same thing as the Series X when it comes to performance. And then Pro should make that look better. So... yeah, I mean, I could see the difference here, but it's not something I'm gonna stop and stare at though. When it comes to this type of stuff. All right, we need to look down here through the mirror to see the reflections. There's none. Well, okay, it's a little bit there, but it's super blurry compared to PC. And it just cream it there. I don't see anything. Okay, the Pro. All right, yeah, that definitely looks better. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge difference when it comes to that. You're not seeing anything on the base consoles, but you're seeing it on the Pro and the PC, which we should, obviously. I mean, yeah, you do see something, but it's kind of blurred. All right, back to the frames. I don't think much happens because I remember even the Switch was able to get its 60 that it needed when you're not in heavy intensive areas. It pretty much maintains it. The best way to test frames is when there was heavy combat. We saw the Xbox was definitely dropping down earlier. I think with this, we're not going to really see anything going on here. Yeah, so I think that pretty much kind of solidifies things, guys. We kind of get the idea here. Let me know what you guys think. So it was true what he said down here in the comments. Obviously, as we see, the display modes is mainly in the FPS stage, which pretty much remains stable in performance mode. And then lighting quality with better global lighting, shadows, and reflections in quality resolution mode. So we definitely saw Xbox has some serious problems with shadows compared to PS5. And then we saw some aspects where it's like, it isn't even showing shadows. And then we seen PS5 having worse global illumination and ambient occlusion. But I mean, that's nothing compared to having no shadows though. And then the Series S is inferior in resolution mode, as we saw with certain things. So PS5 wins that. Pro obviously shows better image quality. And we still have stuff to come until launch, so things can probably be optimized better. PC version obviously won that, with obviously having much better specs. So let me know what you guys think about this. Once again, that's the difference between the consoles. It's what's in there, and it's Linux versus Windows. Later, y'all. Peace out. Stay gaming.